we played Little League together.
And we just moved to Richmond when this happened, 1957, and we hadn't even gone to school, so we didn't know kids from school. We just kids we'd met at church, and they started a Little League team, and they worked on just basic skills. We wanted to play workup or rounders, and they says, no, you play that with your friends when we're not having practice, but we're going to work on basics. And so they taught us about how to slide 3 or 4 different slides. Remember that? Head first, and a hook slide. And we didn't ever learn that pop-up slide, though, like they do.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, they taught us what to do when you get somebody in a rundown, and how to hit the cutoff man. And our team actually was pretty good. We went undefeated.
Yeah, I actually didn't play on it much because it broke my arm.
That's right.
Arms.
Broke both arms. In fact, in the picture.
I got my cast on.
Yeah. The team picture, he's there with 2 casts. Yeah, which is also an interesting story. Do you remember how that happened?
No. Yeah, our neighbor had a little farm, actually probably quite a bit, and we started helping him haul hay during hay season, and we had it worked out pretty good. We'd go out in the field, and Carol would drive the Jeep pulling the wagon, and I can't remember.
You'd throw them up on the wagon, and I was stacking them, I think.
Yeah, I'd throw them on the wagon, you stack them, and what did Stalin do? Was he helping?
Well, I don't think I think he drove the Jeep out there, and so we would then go back to the barn, and he had it rigged, with a regular. Put the trailer on the east side of the barn, and it had the forks that would come down, and
Jackson Fork
they called it, yeah. And then they'd lock that in, and then on the other side with the pulley, give the signal to the person driving the Jeep, who would then go forward, and those bales would lift up and go into the barn, and then on the signal, you pull the rope, and it would trigger the release of the bales.
Yeah.
And so Paul was running the trailer.
Actually, the Jeep is going out this direction.
And the barn's here. I can see the Jeep go out there.
You could see a Jeep because so Paul was running the Jackson Fork, and Brother Stoddard was up in the barn, and I was doing the Jeep. And we'd unloaded 2 or 3 trailer loads, and it was going just great.
No problems at all?
No problems at all. And then Mom came over and was watching, and she says, oh, that's too much work for Paul. And he was 10 years old.
He's too little, he can't do that.
And so she says, you get up there and help him, and we'll have Carol drive the Jeep. And so I was walking to get up on the trailer, and Carol, Mom yelled to her, okay. And instead of going forward slowly, she popped it, and it threw him off.
I was standing on the
trailer,
on the front end of the trailer, or I guess actually in the back end. And she took off, and there was no place for me to stand. It's on the bales. And so the Jackson Fork goes up, and then it swings over. Well, it went up so fast that I didn't have a chance to get off the bales, and it just went like that, and then it ran out of the cable, and it came back, and I kept going. And I ended up about 10, 15 feet in front of the wagon, so I traveled.
Fell on his back.
Probably 30 or 40 feet from where I took off until I hit the ground.
Broke both arms.
Put my arms behind me to break the fall, and it broke my arms.
So that was the beginning of another interesting adventure, because think about this, you're 10 years old and both arms are broken. How do you,
New in school.
school hadn't started yet,
Yeah, school hadn't started yet, but when school started, I went to school with
2 casts.
2 casts on my arms.
So
From fingertips up to my
one of them
elbow.
was more than the other.
Yeah, this one here was just halfway, but the other. Anyway,
So I was his bathroom assistant.
yeah, but when you weren't there, you know who was in school?
No,
The teacher.
the teacher.
Yeah. And there's a little restroom in the classroom, just up behind the
At
desk.
the elementary school.
Yeah, and
He was in 5th grade.
in the front of the class, there was a little restroom. And so, teacher, I need some help. And she was the
Designated helper.
Yeah.
So that was kind of embarrassing, but everybody was real good about it, even the teacher.